Waigt, Dina Jules Esquest. My paternal grandparents are Joe Jules and Agnes Jules. My maternal grandparents are Thomas Casmer and Sadie Casmer. My parents are Clarence and Dolores Jules. And I say this because that's our traditional way. We have to show our connection to the land here. My people have been living here in the Shuswap Nation since time immemorial. So I wish to welcome all of the students to our traditional territory, and I give you congratulations for your graduation, and I pray that the Creator will continue to watch over you and guide you throughout all these years, that you will be continuing with if you're finished your education, or if you're going to be going and apprenticing or doing your student practicum placements, or whatever it is you still need to do. And you may be working here for years longer. And I pray that during this difficult time, this coronavirus has really affected us and changed the way we do things. So I pray for you and your families. I pray that for their health and safety, and that you will be given the comfort and the confidence you need so that you will continue as you work. And I pray that you'll always have health and happiness. And I don't want to take this too long. I just wish to congratulate you, and I'll sing you a quick song to honor you. This was my Uncle Mitch's song. I was also, as our way to acknowledge those that have taught us. And Mildred Goffredson and Uncle Mitch, Nels Mitchell, taught us the songs and the dances, and my grandparents as well. So this was my Uncle Mitch's song. And congratulations to all.
Cookschackchuk, Elder Dina, thank you. White to white tap. Good day, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Christine Bovis-Knosson, and I am the Provost and Vice President Academic and Research at Thompson Rivers University. I am absolutely delighted to be your MC for today's virtual ceremony. I realize that this is not the way we would normally celebrate your convocation. Many of us were looking forward to congratulating you from the TCC and look on proudly as you cross the stage to receive your credentials. But sadly, this is simply not possible yet. We hope that you will find the virtual convocation just as exciting. We have congratulatory messages and speeches from the Chancellor, the President, Deans, and the Alumni Association. You will be able to watch the citations and speeches from our honorary doctorate recipients, Elder Mona Jules and Vera Schiff. I hope that you will find their journeys and words of wisdom as inspiring and as humbling as I have. Your valedictorian will also be making a speech in this ceremony, and we will be celebrating the medal winners' accomplishments. I do hope what we have arranged in the TRU virtual convocation ceremony will be almost as good as the real thing. It is now my pleasure to introduce Dr. Brett Fairbairn, President and Vice-Chancellor of Thompson Rivers University, who will formally welcome you to today's ceremony.
White In the language of these lands where TRU's campuses are planted, the unceded territory of the Secwepemc people, hello to all of you, wherever this message finds you. My name is Brett Fairbairn. I'm President and Vice-Chancellor of Thompson Rivers University, and I want to congratulate all of you, all of the TRU graduates of 2020, and all of your families, friends, and supporters. You've demonstrated hard work and dedication to your goals. That's what has brought you to today, to this culmination of your accomplishments. Perhaps it involved late nights of study. You may have been juggling work or care responsibilities alongside your courses. Perhaps you had to move away from home, or maybe you had to get past that one special class or subject. But you got here to today because you overcame every challenge. Likely you did not do it alone. You had friends and family members helping and supporting you and encouraging you. Perhaps there was an instructor or two who made a difference for you along the way. Every year, there are a number of students who overcome exceptional personal challenges to achieve their degrees and certificates. With your hard work and perseverance, you inspire all of us who work in higher education. This year, there are more of you than usual. More of you have had to work through changes, setbacks, and disappointments to get to where you are today. It's been 100 years since students in Canada graduated in circumstances like these. Students who graduated during the Spanish flu in 1918 and 1919 graduated into a world ravaged by disease and death and an economy in turmoil. Such challenges come to some generations and have come to yours. It must be a little strange and perhaps a little sad to end your academic journey under the conditions of COVID-19. There's no use beating around the bush. You have missed out on some things. Some of you may have lost family members and loved ones. Others will have lost other things that are not trivial. Time with your friends, sporting events, your opportunity to celebrate your graduation in person, or a job lined up after graduation that disappeared. It's okay to be sad about such losses, whether they are great or small. Grieving is the process by which our minds and spirits accommodate events that go against our expectations, things that we cannot change. There's nothing wrong with grieving as much or as little as you need to, while at the same time commemorating this important step in your life. History shows that periods of hardship and disruption are followed by periods of building and rebuilding. I want you to know, graduates, that recovery and renewal will come. It's only a matter of time. You are the first generation of COVID-19 graduates. It will fall to you to take your fresh energy, skills, and ideas into society at the very beginning of the renewal and rebuilding of our economy, of our health services, and of our relationships with each other. Just as few cohorts of graduates face circumstances like a pandemic, few have the opportunity to help reshape the world. You will have that opportunity. And how will you reshape it? How do you want the economy, society, the world to be different than how it was before? As you think about that question, I have two suggestions for you to keep in mind. First, sustainability. As a society, we don't just need jobs and services and recreation to come back. We need them to be sustainable, to be more resilient than before. COVID-19 is an urgent reminder that our society is not separate from the natural world. This virus, one minuscule packet of molecules produced by natural processes, has the power to overturn economies and international relationships. We've been reminded that nature is powerful, and we are part of it. Before COVID hit, there was a strengthening consensus that our societies and economies needed to change to be more environmentally sustainable. Less pollution, less carbon, renewable energies coming more strongly on stream. Is there any doubt that post-COVID rebuilding has to be environmentally sound? Whether your graduate skills involve rebuilding buildings, advising businesses, or counseling people to change their lives, I suspect being more sustainable, more naturally resilient will be part of what you do. So seize the moment, embrace the change, and lead the change. Environmental is not the only kind of sustainability that matters, and that brings me to my second piece of advice. In unexpected ways, COVID has put a spotlight on issues of mental health and interpersonal relationships. Like with environmental issues, awareness of mental health was growing before the pandemic. Now, physical distancing and cancellation of events have made millions of people more aware of the problems of isolation. We need to take these lessons with us as we build a better economy and society. We need to be aware of how interpersonal relationships are important to all of us. All people need people. This reality makes recent examples of social discord and oppression even more painful. A few weeks ago in Minneapolis on May 25th, George Floyd died because of institutional attitudes and practices that devalue Black people and their lives. His death, coming after so many others, has revitalized an international movement to confront the legacies of racism, colonialism, and white supremacy. That movement touches us here at TRU and connects with long experiences of oppression that have affected all racialized groups in Canada. At TRU, because of whose land we are on, we remember the violence done by Canada and Canadian institutions to Indigenous peoples. Throughout its existence, Canada has expropriated, disenfranchised, and repressed Indigenous people, attacked their culture, and trampled their lives. In coming months and years, as we rebuild the interpersonal relations that make up a society, Canada, like other countries, must do better. Truth and reconciliation are the way forward for us. As graduates of TRU, you have the skill sets to build better relationships, a better justice system, a better economy, and services. In all of your programs and courses, you have learned that there are good evidence-based practices for trades, for professions, for research. You've learned to pay attention to facts and experience. In universities, we call this a search for truth. And you've worked together with students, faculty, and staff of many backgrounds and identities. Working together in this way builds respect for people. At TRU, you have shared and learned from your fellow students who are multiculturally Canadian, Indigenous, or international from over 100 countries around the world. Respect for truth, for evidence, for fact, respect for people. Those are building blocks of your university education. And they are building blocks for a better society. Building a more equitable society begins with facing facts and acknowledging real-life experiences. As graduates of a university, we don't look the other way. We pay attention to facts. Truth comes first for us. If we deal with truth well, we will get to reconciliation, which is in large measure about achieving and practicing respect, empathy, and compassion for other people. However we may be challenged by life's current issues, in reconciliation we find balance, harmony, and transformative change. Transformative change, that's what your university education has prepared you for. At TRU, we're moving ahead with a vision of inclusiveness. This university is a community where everyone belongs and where everyone is to be supported. We're still working on that vision and making progress towards it. But I hope you felt that sense of belonging during your time at TRU. Staff and faculty who genuinely helped and cared. Students who got involved, who encouraged you to try something new and shaped your experience. You're graduating from a very special university. I encourage you to take the spirit of TRU with you wherever you go. Build a more sustainable and equitable world where all people belong. How do you want the world to be different than it was before? You have the opportunity to do something about it. I want to end with one final visionary word in Secwepemcin, a word that we've adopted to guide ourselves at TRU, Quetzalcoatl. Quetzalcoatl means we're all related to each other, to nature, to all living things. Congratulations on what you have overcome and on what you've achieved, and our very best wishes for the next chapter and how you will contribute to your communities in the future. Well done, graduates of 2020.
Graduates, it's an honor for me as Chancellor of the Thompson Rivers University to address you on such a special occasion. Whether you attended the Kamloops or Williams Lake campuses or the TRU BC Centre for Open Learning, you have demonstrated that you have achieved a significant milestone in your life. Although I would prefer to be meeting with you and making this presentation in person, please know that I share in the celebration of your success. And by the powers vested in me as Chancellor of the Thompson Rivers University, I confer the certificates, diplomas, and degrees with all the consequent privileges and responsibilities in absentia to our graduates today. Again, congratulations.
Let me begin by acknowledging the Kamloops and Shuswap peoples who hosted you on their traditional lands during your studies. I also wish to acknowledge the Musqueam, Squamish, and Tsleil-Waututh First Nations on whose traditional lands I am joining you. To all of you who are graduating today, congratulations on completing law school. You are one step closer to joining the legal profession. On behalf of the benchers who govern the Law Society, I am looking forward to you joining us in the profession and to the contributions you all will make to the public interest which we serve. Turning to the particular purpose for me joining you, one of the great honors of being president is conferring the gold medal to the top law student at each of the law schools in our great province. The gold medal recognizes the achievement of the graduate who has the highest aggregate average over the 3 years of law school. The gold medal has a long history. The first ones were presented in 1948. Since Thompson Rivers University Faculty of Law was established, 7 bright students have received the award. Today, An 8th recipient joins their ranks, Heather Mackey. Heather made the Dean's List in all 3 years at TRU, having come first on the Dean's Course list in Constitutional Law, Civil Procedure, Trusts, and Basic Tax Law. She was also awarded the Guild Ewell LLP Outstanding First Year Moot Prize, the Alexander Holborn, Baudouin and Lang LLP Scholarship, the Shaver Scholarship, the Sherman Jen Law Scholarship, Law Foundation of BC Entrance Scholarship, and the Canadian Bar Association BC Branch Award. As a student, Heather volunteered at the TRU Pro Bono Students Chapter. She provided legal research and writing for the Canadian Civil Liberties Association and the Shuswap Nation Tribal Council. She was also a student clinician at the Community Legal Clinic. Heather also has a competitive side. She competed for TRU in the Wilson Moot. She also took part in the annual Western Law Rugby Championship and was captain of the women's law rugby team in her final year. Prior to commencing law school, Heather received her Bachelor of Arts in Politics, History, and Economics and obtained a certificate in Global Studies and Community Development from the King's University. Her experience as a volunteer court mentor for female youth with the Elizabeth Fry Society of Edmonton inspired her to study law. After graduation, Heather will clerk with the BC Supreme Court in Victoria before joining McCarthy Tetro in Calgary for articling. Heather, you've achieved much already, but I have no doubt that there are even more promising days ahead. Graduates, I present the Gold Medal Award winner for Thompson Rivers University this year to Heather Mackey. Congratulations, Heather. Congratulations to you all, and thank you for the opportunity to speak here today.
Good morning. My name is Dr. Dennis Acreman. I'm the Interim Dean of the Faculty of Law at Thompson Rivers University. It is my honor and privilege to address the 2020 graduating class of the Faculty of Law at Thompson Rivers University. Graduates, congratulations on this tremendous moment as you have now successfully completed 3 years of law studies and are ready to move to the next steps in your career. I commend you for your courage, resilience, and professionalism in successfully working through those last 3 years and in navigating the challenging times that we've had over the last few months. I also want to acknowledge the support and guidance you have received from your families, professors, the staff of the law school, and from each other, most importantly, over your time at TRU. We all now understand even more deeply the value of those bonds and care we receive in our lives. I also want to say how proud we are of you, our fantastic graduating class. You will be wonderful members of the legal profession and will be impressive representatives of TRU law. As your interim dean, it is a privilege to be associated with you, and I look forward to watching the many great contributions you will be making to your firms, clients, and society as you pursue your careers. I also know that your class is held in very high regard by former Dean Brad Morse, and in fact throughout the whole true Faculty of Law. We all celebrate this special day with you and your families and fellow graduates. It is indeed inspiring to share in this positive and happy time with you, and I look forward to your future achievements. In that spirit, I would like to quote Dr. Bonnie Henry to be safe and be kind. I believe this is very wise advice that applies well beyond these times and can give lifelong benefits for us all. Hooray for the class of 2020. It is my privilege to introduce to you our valedictorian for 2020, Mr. Arjun Hare. Born and raised in Surrey, BC, Arjun graduated from high school knowing that he wanted to study law. His road to law school was unconventional in that he received a degree in film studies from UBC and worked as a photographer before receiving an offer from TRU to move to Kamloops and join the JD program. Arjun did his best to get the most out of law school by involving himself in the school and community as much as possible. Arjun was active in the TRU Law Basketball Club, Entertainment and Sports Law Club, Women in Law Society, South Asian Law Students Association, Black Law Students Association, and TRU Outlaws. He ran fundraisers for TRU Outlaws, Kamloops Elizabeth Fry Society, Pivot Legal Foundation, and Movember. In his second year, Arjun was elected to the Board of Directors for the Society of Law Students, the SLS, as the 2L representative, and was also on the organizing committee for the SLS conference. In his third year, Arjun was elected as president of the SLS. These positions with the SLS allowed him to spend 2 years advocating on behalf of the law student body on faculty council. I have worked with Arjun as president of SLS over the last few months, and he has been principled, professional, and personable, and represented his fellow students in an admirable manner. I give you our valedictorian, Mr. Arjun here.
Hello classmates, faculty, administration, family, and friends. I would say you look wonderful, but I know that most of you are watching this in your pajamas right now. No judgment. This is recorded in advance, so I'm probably watching this in my pajamas too. This obviously isn't how we wanted to experience the moment. We've been robbed of one of the greatest selfie opportunities of our lives. But no matter what happens, nobody can take away the years of hard work that brought us here. We're all Juris Doctors now. Sure, society doesn't think we should call ourselves doctors, but we know it in our hearts. When I started thinking about going to law school, I had a lot of people tell me it was a bad idea. I was studying for a degree in film studies while working as a freelance photographer on the side. My sister pointed out that I was a unicorn, a child of Indian immigrants who wasn't being pressured into medicine, engineering, accounting, or law. At family gatherings, I wasn't asked about my grades, I was asked about when I would direct the next Batman reboot. Then I got accepted to law school and disappointed everybody. When I got to TRU, I started to worry that I was woefully unprepared. I had just spent 4 years of my life being graded on how good I was at watching movies. It didn't take long to realize that everyone else was just as unprepared, and that there was no degree that would have helped. As Professor Jones put it during our first week of tort law, studying law is a lot like drinking from a fire hose. As it turned out, that was a pretty apt analogy. 50 pages of reading per class per week is a lot of reading and is extremely exhausting, I assume. But for every lesson that I learned inside the classroom, I learned an equally important lesson outside the classroom, and I'd like to share some of those lessons with you. For one, if you're low on cash, just ask a lawyer to tell you about their career and they'll buy you coffee. Also, there's no greater insult than sitting in someone else's unassigned seat. Ping pong can destroy relationships. TRU Law alumni will go way out of their way to help you. TRU Law faculty care about your well-being more than you know. And when one of us succeeds, all of us succeed. The thing about TRU Law is that most of us aren't from Kamloops. We all moved here from all over the country and spent 3 years occupying 2 floors. It could have turned into Lord of the Flies, but it didn't. All of you have been kind, supportive, and insightful. Any individual can study and pass the classes needed to graduate, but as a group, we've managed to challenge each other and help each other grow into the best future lawyers in Canada. I can't wait to see how accomplished and influential you all become. Congratulations to the TRU Faculty of Law Class of 2020. I'll see you all in court.
At this point in the ceremony, I would like to call upon TRU Alumni and Friends Association co-chair, Mr. Jordan Hirschmiller, who is going to welcome you, our newest TRU alumni.
Hello, graduates, family, friends, staff, and special guests. On behalf of the Thompson Rivers University Alumni and Friends Association, I offer my sincere congratulations to you, the class of 2020. These are unprecedented times, and although we are not celebrating in person, this does not diminish your accomplishments whatsoever. Graduates, you are the newest members of the TRU Alumni and Friends global community. Now more than ever, I encourage you to take time and thank anybody who helped you along this incredible journey. Convocation is also the beginning of a new phase in your path to perpetual learning as you transition from TRU student to TRU alumni. Today, you have completed a milestone in your educational journey. This is not the end, but rather the beginning of something greater. A university degree is not the final step in your quest for knowledge, but more of a foundation in which your future experiences and knowledge will be built upon. I encourage you to never stop learning and to continue to ask questions as the quest for knowledge and self-improvement never ends. The TRU Alumni and Friends community are here to help with your future learning needs, whether that be through community outreach, professional development, or global connections, we are here to help for you to transition to your new path. Be sure to stay connected with the TRU alumni community. Not only will it prove beneficial for you, also we want the opportunity to showcase the stories and accolades of our graduates with the global community. Alumni, you have now collected the skills and resources to be successful. I welcome you to the global TRU alumni family. Congratulations on all you have achieved and all you will achieve in the years to come. Thanks again.
We have now come to the conclusion of TRU's virtual convocation ceremony. I wish to add my own heartiest congratulations to all of you today. You have demonstrated commitment, compassion, adaptability, and resilience in the face of adversity in getting to this stage. The world in which we find ourselves living and working is a very different one to which we found ourselves at the beginning of 2020. We are all proud of you and celebrate your achievements alongside you, your friends, and your families. Please rest assured that you will be able to attend a live convocation in the future when we are able to hold one, so we can congratulate you all over again, this time in person. For now, congratulations, TRU graduates of 2020. Stay safe, be well, and be good to one another. Cook's Chat Chow, thank you very much.